kept it. We don't have any stream issues like we did last
You're
time.
live! What did we have last time? Drop frames?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Some drop sections. Here we go.
Beautiful.
It is indeed beautiful.
Okay.
I want to give them a little spell to hop on.
Of course. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to press this button right here. I'm going to mute us, close that, grab link, and then post it in the Discord. Stupid phone. You make me look bad.
It's not hard to do.
It really isn't.
Yeah.
Scarrow says first, I think. You are first. You think.
Better to be first than worst.
Mm-hmm. Remember, if you're not first, you're last.
Thank you, Ricky Bobby.
Son, I came up with, somebody who has an unspeakable name says hi.
Let me see if I need to change the quality.
I should have some ridiculous internet here, so it shouldn't affect us, but God
You
knows.
would think. But then again, you never know.
You never know.
All right, we're going to give them just a little bit to catch up. Start at 8
On
the muzzle.
Yes, on the muzzle. Yes, chapter 7.
Hi, recommend. Okay.
Recommend what?
Like and subscribe. Remember to smash the bell. Smashing the bell sounds like a sex move, by the way.
Yeah, it does. That's all we're saying. I ain't saying no more.
We are so close to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, we are. Huh. Maybe we'll get over with this next episode.
Probably not. I mean, I don't.
And by this next episode, I mean this next episode of the Foally of Man. Welcome, everyone. My name is Chris, and with me here today,
Robert.
And we're looking at a wonderful little book called Project Horizons. Give us the rundown, Robert.
Of Project Horizons?
No,
or
of the show.
So the crux of this show is that Chris, my friend here, is a Brony, and I am not a Brony.
How dare you?
Even after all this time, even after all these hours.
It's true.
And so in this, we cover the fan fiction, or the world of fan fiction, that combines My Little Pony with Fallout, the video game Fallout. And this is another derivative work from Fallout Equestria called Project Horizons.
Yep.
We are on chapter 7 of Project Horizons. And basically, we, break down the chapter, let you know what we think, have a little fun along the way, mess up some fools, and then go home.
Foals.
Oh, messing up some fools.
Yep.
You're always there with the pony puns.
Yes.
So let's get right into things. It's been a little while.
It has been a little while. It hasn't been a little while for our dear friend Blackjack, however.
No, we begin the chapter with Blackjack being perfectly healed.
Yep.
Not a thing wrong with her. Physically. Lots mentally.
Yep.
Considering she just ended the lives of about 40 foals.
Yes.
But in fairness, what are you going to do?
They were kind of mentally gone.
Yeah. I mean, they'd been imprisoned for hundreds of years within their own minds.
Yes.
Which is kind of rough.
Yeah, what happens when a child never grows up?
So they pull the plug on that. And moving on. She puts the fear of Celestia into two factions that had been warring.
Yeah.
You had the Society, and who were the Eggheads?
Collegiate.
The Collegiate, yes, of course.
Confused with the Institute from Fallout 4 because Fallout 4 came later.
That's right.
Even though the analog is very, very strong.
I don't know. They kind of remind me more of who were the Society that were trying to get the solar array in New Vegas online.
That was the NCR.
No, not the NCR. The
Followers of the
scientists.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Followers of the Apocalypse, which is actually in Fallout Equestria. In the first book, it's at the very end. They're the people who follow Fluttershy. They call themselves the Follower of the Apocalypse because they consider her the Apocalypse.
Gotcha.
She was the one who gave the bomb.
She was indeed.
Yep.
So anyways, we've,
She didn't kill him with kindness. She killed herself with kindness.
have a good old mission compris as we've finished that. And she's like, hey, you idiots, you get all this medical technology, be nice and save their leader. And you rich idiots.
Just even if you have to charge people, let them have it.
Yeah.
Because that's what the rich idiots were going to do if they were going to keep it for themselves and not let anyone else have it.
Quit being a bunch of dicks.
Yep.
And they're like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, I mean it. And they're like, we know.
Are you building an roster up there?
No.
Well, we do continue on, and Blackjack is deep in thought, wondering about the weight of the deaths that she has been a part of and the lives she has taken.
Yeah, starting a tally in her head.
And then without, paying attention, she gets, attacked. They get attacked and
Walks right into a trap.
Right into a trap. And
to which, if I may pause here for a moment,
yeah,
I want to say that up until now, the writing has been good, but not exemplary.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best written chapter we've read thus far. Hands down. I think the combat sequence was very well written.
Mm-hmm.
The fight with the, as we find out, slavers, not raiders, but slavers. But the action sequences were quick. They were gripping. They were visceral. They really were visceral.
And very descriptive, but not descriptive in a way that takes away from the pacing of what's going on.
And the whole time that Blackjack is killing ponies, she's adding to the head count.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, adding onto it. The most brutal of one was there was a unicorn mare with an SMG raised.
In telekinesis.
Yep, in telekinesis, trying to fire upon Blackjack, and Blackjack whips out her baton and breaks her horn.
Yep.
She realizes, I don't have time to stop. I can't stop those bullets and I can't get out of the way. So what will I do? I will neutralize the unicorn, and breaks her horn.
Yeah.
And
hello, Silverbell.
And it is described as the sensation of like having all 4 of your legs cut off.
Yeah.
At the same time, which kind of seems like a plant. We'll see.
Yeah.
There seems something very intentional behind that statement. It's like this thing. Interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, breaks her horn and she's like, writhing and screaming. It's like a Tarantino movie. The woman, any woman, once she's been injured, writhing and screaming, covered in blood.
Yeah.
They're like screaming for minutes. Which Brianna was introduced. She remembered that from the Kill Bill series, but I made her watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood the other night, and there was a scene where that happens, and I'm like, there's an old Tarantino trope: a woman screaming for 2 minutes.
Lars von Trier?
No, that would be genital mutilation,
followed by her crying for minutes,
and then more genital mutilation,
of course,
and suicide,
and the necessary rape.
But just what, y'all, you can just any Lars von Trier movie, you can just skip right over, like a stone on the water. Just skip right over that.
Yeah, I feel like if you just go and watch some of the most disgusting snuff films on the internet, you'd probably just see a Lars von Trier movie.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the chapter at hand.
Except, they're probably better edited than Lars von Trier.
Also, there's this great moment where a slaver pulls a grenade out of their bag, and she's already pulled the pin out of it. Boom, 9. So anyways, there's this massive slaughter. We should also say that Morning Glory now has a battle saddle.
Yep.
That she doesn't really know how to use.
Yeah.
But at least it's just a diversion.
Yeah.
She's flying around shooting blasters everywhere.
Which is threatening enough to keep people down. That's really the point, is that she's effectively
covering fire.
Yeah.
That's right. But anyways, we get to the end of this, and Blackjack, after this slaughter, only has one left, the unicorn mare that she had broken her horn, who's just groveling and rolling around in the mud. She had this is the first time she ever fired an SMG, and she emptied the clip into just a spray of ponies.
Yeah.
And she's like, wow, 35 rounds in a few seconds.
Yeah,
she says, this thing eats ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, she realizes that there are 12 ponies that are all shackled together. And this is when she realizes that these are not raiders. These are slave traders.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, the wasteland is hard enough already. It was
easier. Why would you do this?
Right. It was easier to deal with raiders just thinking that everyone in the wasteland was crazy.
Yeah.
That they're just drug-addled, out of their mind cannibals. They're just animals. It's easier to see them as animals. No, these are conscious creatures who've made the decision to do this awful thing.
Mm-hmm. And she says, but I have a daughter. To which Blackjack goes, okay.
Well, and even Morning Glory is the one that's like, don't kill her.
Yeah.
Spare her.
Yeah.
And so Blackjack says, listen here, you little piece of shit. If I ever see your face again, I will turn you into paint. I will paint the walls with your blood.
Yeah.
And as we find out later, apparently that audio was being recorded.
Yeah. Blackjack said to the mayor, "What the fuck did you fucking say about me, you little piece of shit? I'll have you know that I'm."
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so we move on from that. We're headed back to the Megamart. They have a couple quests to turn in that are quite lucrative. You know, they got the poison glands. They've got, they helped the faction. They got into the hospital. They did all these things.
Yep.
Got
the Robo Factory and everything.
Yep. And so, but Blackjack has a mental breakdown on the road on the way back.
Yep. We're off on the road to the merchants.
Yeah, basically. And she just can't get the images of every pony that she's killed. She literally starts seeing them one by one. And it starts with the first euthanasia that she does as a guard.
U-21.
Yeah.
The old U-21.
But anyways, and so she kind of goes through, this is easy. I'm a killer. Let's go kill him. And now it's taking its toll.
Because before she was a guard following instructions. She never questioned the instructions because questioning them was difficult.
So what you're saying is she needs to run off to Argentina? She was just taking orders.
I don't know. Is there a Nuremberg?
Oh, God.
You started it. Don't you dare.
Nuremberg. You realize what you've just triggered by saying Nuremberg.
The pony pun of the week. You asshole. This is way too early.
That's our bonus pony pun of the week.
It's a bonus early pony pun of the week.
The Nuremberg trials.
Yes.
Yikes. If you don't know what we're talking about, pick up a fucking history book. Jesus.
What's wrong with you?
I know, seriously.
Or you're Argentinian because they probably don't talk about it.
What Germany? We were at Poland. We were invited. It was a party. We served punch. The Jews were friends. We invited them to camp.
Yeah.
Who would be the Jews? Sorry, I didn't mean to be like that. That got a little scary. No, but I mean, it was a little Jiminy Glick. Tell me, who would be the Jews?
It was a little accusatory, I think.
No, who would be the Jews in the My Little Pony universe? Not to get into social economic theory, but
no, I mean you're talking about some kind of like small insular faction,
self-contained,
I don't know.
Kind of their own religion.
Yeah, there's probably one, but I can't think of one.
Diamond dogs?
No,
they weren't sentient enough.
No, they were kind of
Oh no.
What?
The changelings?
No. They're not. I mean, they operate in a different way.
You heard it here first on the Foally of Man. There are no Jews in Equestria.
Yeah.
None.
Don't tell Paul.
Oh no.
They'll go over to the MLP board.
Oh no.
That
is something Brony Dumb absolutely does not need.
Ariane?
Yeah, Brony Nazis. Oh my God.
No, the Ariane. There was a pony Nazi. A Nazi pony.
Can we move on?
We can move on. We can definitely move on.
Blackjack has her little... I just want to go out there on a limb. Nazis are bad.
Of course.
I know that's a brave thing to say right now, but they're bad.
Hey guys. Nazis are bad.
They are bad. The more you know.
The more you know.
And yeah. So she has a panic attack and passes out. And in fact, she even looks at P21 and it's like, P21, kill me, please. Shoot me. Go ahead. Shoot me now.
Please.
Yeah. But she passes out from all that. And in fact, when she wakes up, she thinks, well, I finally snapped. I killed them. I must have killed them. And this is hell. But actually, she wakes up in the manager's office at the, what is it? Supermart,
Megamart.
Something like that. And what is the name of the pony?
Bottle Cap.
Bottle Cap. Of course, it's Bottle Cap.
Well, because, of course...
Welcome to my store. My name is Dollars.
Well, we're going to have to eventually go into the fact that we just talked about Jews and Nazis, and she talks about her sisters, and one of her sisters' names.
Usury?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and what was the other one that was like a whore?
Oh, God. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's awful.
I can't remember that one, but I can remember.
Well, anyways, so Bottle Cap's talking to her, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. You've given lots of people hope. And she's like, but don't, why did DJ Pony have to use the H word?
Hero.
You mean hero? She's like, there aren't heroes. The Wasteland chews up heroes, chews them up, spits them out, and kills them.
Yeah. She
says, I see you as an individual pony who's trying to do some good, and I judge you based on your individual merits.
Yeah.
I'm not holding you to some impossible standard. And maybe that's the pressure that Blackjack was feeling, the crushing pressure of being seen as this wasteland hero.
But it's also explained to her that vision is somewhat necessary because it's the hero-like aura that surrounds her that caused the collegiate and the society to work together.
And to respect her.
Yes, to respect her decision in that matter.
Well, and in fact, when she happens upon the slavers, they realize who it is and think,
oh, shit.
yeah, we need to take this more seriously.
Yeah.
And it's great, too. I noticed P21 was in more of a support role. He had his binoculars out and was hiding, but he was like as a spotter.
Yeah.
So like she was getting pinned by a sniper.
Yeah, 5 on the hill. 5 sniper on the hill.
Yeah. So, so we're back, and it's in the middle of the night, and everybody is appreciative for all that's been done. She's basically earned half the caps that she needed to crack the code, or at least get the process, get the ball rolling. And she's gotten resupplied. Her barding has been repaired. She has a nice conversation with Bottle Cap, and we realize that Bottle Cap is one of 3 sisters. And their father is the leader of the traders, the merchant traders in the area.
Mm-hmm. The finders.
Of the finders. And each of the sisters, we find out, has a different economic theory.
Yeah.
So one is basically like, I'm going to whore myself out and sell drugs until you don't have any caps anymore, and then I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Or send you away. The other one is deeply involved in the slave trade.
Yep. Because if you're buying and selling everything. Everything's for sale, including people.
Yeah. And Bottle Cap is more principled than that.
Well, Bottle Cap is more of the supply. The trade only exists as a product of the market.
Right. Well, and she understands that you can't hoard caps. The best thing to do is to give caps and encourage people to spend those caps.
Or as the ending of Hello Dolly goes, money is like manure. It's only good when it's spread around.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Well, and think about what an economic stimulus is. Here's some money. Go spend this money.
Yes, because we need the money to move.
That's kind of what the U.S. government is doing right now in April of 2020. That's one of the big reasons for the stimulus is that it will benefit the economy. It will keep people afloat, so they'll pay their mortgages and pay their credit cards and their car payments. But there's a lot of people who are financially sound who are like, this is extra money. I'm going to pay down some debt and go put this money back out in the market.
Yeah, go buy some stuff.
And now that I know that you can buy a tiger for $2,000, I know what I'm spending my money on.
No.
I'm just saying, buddy boy. Hot dang. Come on. Daddy needs a new pair of chinos. We're going to steal them from somebody with my tiger. Oh, it can be a battle tiger that I can ride into battle.
No. If you attach like razor-like metallic objects to a tiger, that will be the end.
I'm going to make the blade liger. That's what I'm going to make. In real life, IRL.
That's esoteric. Horribly esoteric.
That's not that esoteric. Most people know what Zoids are. Even Brianna knew what Zoids were. She'd never watched the show.
I feel like that's
She's
esoteric.
like, you mean those plastic toys that nerds put together? And I'm like, I feel so seen.
I'm sorry, Gundams?
Yeah, right. But see, Gundams had a mainstream appeal. They had a couple of the series were mainstream enough that people knew what it was.
So you admit that no one knows who Zoid is.
Okay.
Anyway.
So
moving.
Blackjack starts wandering around in the middle of the night, needing to do something because she can't go back to sleep. And we should also say that Bottle Cap realizes that she is a trader, not traitor. But she also realizes that she sells the weapons and ammunition that go to bounties that kill good ponies and have probably done bad. But she keeps thinking that what helps me sleep at night is thinking that I've done and supplied more good than bad.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to say in that regard. It's like, at what point do you become a warlord? Just by buying and selling munitions. And it's like, well, realistically, you sell the guns to the good and the bad, and selling the guns, like stopping selling guns to bad people is not going to stop them from being bad. All you've done is stop the good people from having the guns to defend themselves. So instead of guns, they're just going to come at each other with shovels.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop the evil of the world.
Right. So anyways, Blackjack finds a poker game. And though she doesn't initially know the rules to this particular kind of poker, she's played lots of poker. She used to play poker with, was it Rivets?
Yes.
Rivets, yeah. And she's having a good time. She won big and she lost big and she won big. And she was actually in a net positive for the night. So she's a good poker player. Not the best poker player at the table.
She also got introduced to whiskey.
Yes, whiskey. She has her first real liquor. And she even says that her first sip, she took it down like Sparkle Cola and realized very quickly that whiskey is something that you sip, not gulp.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they play the game, and out of the corner of her eye in the back of the room, she sees a ghost. Not a real ghost, but she sees U-21.
Mm-hmm. The one who followed them out of the stable.
With the broken pit buck.
Yep.
And she tracks him down, trying to talk to him, and walks right into a trap.
Yep.
Deus is here and has been waiting for her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had heard all sorts of things and knew that eventually she would have to come back. And U-21, not P-21, U-21 has her levitated and choked, and Deus is threatening her.
Yeah.
You know, using his favorite words.
Yes.
And basically saying, like, I'm going to kill you. But what's great about this is Blackjack is drunk.
Yeah.
And has no understanding of the situation. Well, has some understanding, but is also just like, I'm not scared of you. Your face is very funny. And it's described as he is so horrific looking. Deus is so horrific looking. It's not like he's just wearing power armor.
Yeah.
It's like it's digging into his flesh, that it's partly bonded to his flesh, and that it's just all grotesque.
Yep.
He's just covered in gore and oil and the mechanical.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so he's trying to take her, and she psychically pulls the trigger on one of his.
Yes. At which point they're like, "You're an idiot. What have you done? What did you expect to happen?" And she responds, "Well, that." And
My gun is bigger than yours.
yeah, and the gun called gun that's used as the defense system in Mega Mart decides to open fire.
Yeah.
Because it
Identified a threat.
It identified a threat.
A big threat. And Deus, by the skin of his teeth, loses one of his weapons and not his life.
Yeah.
Because it could have gotten real greasy there. And what a missed opportunity. I thought for a second that Somber had the balls to kill a boss character. Like, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's gone. No. I love stories that do that, though, where it's like, oh, man, I thought this guy was going to be a big bad. Oh, no, he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, that just means there has to be something way worse out there.
Yeah.
But anyways, so, and Deus is trying to track down Blackjack, and Blackjack is like horribly maimed. She's peppered with bits of concrete, and, you know, Deus was like trying to break her leg in half by stepping on it, and she wasn't feeling any of it because of all the alcohol. And here she's running and, you know, doing fine. And then eventually through the fight, they're able to quell things down. Basically what happens is Deus gets surrounded in a fight that he can't win.
No.
And they're like, you know, you need to get the hell out of here before we just blow you apart. You know the rules here.
Yep.
What are you doing? This is neutral ground. It's kind of like in John Wick. You know, when you're on the grounds of the Continental.
Or
No
or the Highlander when you're in church.
Sure, like Highlander.
Like Highlander.
That's true. Yeah, because there can only be one.
The only one.
So he leaves, and he's like, I'm waiting for you. I'll get you. Whatever. And he puts a bounty.
Well, what he
on
does
her
is
head.
he offers bottle cap 50,000 caps for Blackjack right now.
Yeah. And says, your sister will pay for it.
Yeah, and bottle cap is like, no, I don't deal with humans, or I don't deal with people, and I'm not selling of any pony her.
Yeah.
Not the one that's literally being lauded as a
Hero.
messiah on
Yeah.
the radio. What
Yeah.
the hell's wrong with you? So he puts out a 50,000 cap bounty on her head, 100,000 if she's alive.
If brought her alive at the arena.
At the arena.
At the mention of the arena, too. So all throughout this, Blackjack is realizing when people are mentioning locations, they are appearing on her pit buck.
Yep.
I also wanted to mention before, because we kind of glazed over it, DJ Pony comes in with a radio broadcast, which Blackjack likes to listen to because the music is kind of soothing. But DJ Pony gives an update on the events and speaks specifically about what Blackjack has done, and that's where we get the audio clip where she's threatening the slaver and like, and go tell all of your slaver buddies to never do this again, or I'll kill them too.
Yeah.
But we also hear that she's not the only one in the wasteland doing this. We actually hear about the
Lone Wanderer.
the lone wanderer, yeah, but Little Pip.
Yeah, we hear about Little Pip.
Little Pip.
Yeah.
But what did he call Little
Vault-
Pip?
the Stable Dweller.
Stable Dweller. That's right.
Which is the name of the hero from the first Fallout, which was the Vault Dweller.
Yep. So Blackjack also realizes that, like, I'm not the only one here, and also kind of admires Little Pip. Like, oh wow, they're really doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, so back to the present for a moment. There is now the realization that we have to go. We have to go do something.
Well, they heal her in private so that it doesn't cause a ruckus.
And Blackjack had already had a conversation with Bottlecap about how, well, what could we do to destabilize your sister's business? She said, well, you've kind of already done it today. You just stole some slaves from her and killed the people.
And pretty much left a bloody message on her doorstep saying,
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And she also says, but like, I can't hire you to go take her out. Obviously, that would look bad, and she would find out.
Yeah.
And then Blackjack says, well, are there any jobs down her way? And, when I'm down there, things just sort of happen.
Yeah.
She
does have a way of bringing calamity to her.
Yeah.
Just not that one.
No. In a different part of the wasteland.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's about it. And basically, it's kind of implied that they're going to find a secret way to get out of the city.
Yeah, this one way that's making Blackjack very nervous.
Yeah.
But that's where we leave off.
Her security barding is now reinforced with steel plates.
Yep.
So not only is it Kevlar, but it's also steel plates.
Yep.
And it's like, I can't remember who says it, but one of the person she was playing poker with was like, yeah, you take a lot of shots. You get hit by a lot of bullets.
Yep.
You need a little bit more than Kevlar.
Technically, military armor or military grade armor is Kevlar with ceramic plates.
Exactly, yeah. We also found out that apparently that healing potions sober you up. They remove the effects of intoxication.
Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I suppose it makes sense. But it, you heard it here. And that's where the chapter ends.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought this was, from beginning to end, one of the best written chapters thus far.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue was interesting. I thought the character development was interesting. Her trauma was not annoying.
Yeah.
It was truly like the horror.
Mm-hmm. It's a connectable kind of experience if somebody was in that kind of environment where they'd get out and they'd start questioning, like, what the hell am I?
Morning Glory is seeming to tend to Blackjack more. But then again, Blackjack has done a lot for her.
Mm-hmm.
And P21 was in a pretty good. He didn't do much.
No, he was very quiet
in this chapter.
chapter.
Maybe that's why I like this chapter.
Yeah. P21 in the previous chapters have been kind of preachy, as we have mentioned. Sanctimonious. But this very judgmental kind of quiet that just sits in the back of the room telling you how you're wrong. But then you realize that he doesn't actually have the answer. And so it's like, why the hell are you judging me? Like, you made the joke that why is a whore passing judgment? But at the same time, it's like, why is somebody who doesn't know what the right is saying what the wrong is?
Those who can't do, teach. And those who can't teach, critique.
Yes.
And with that, Chris, may I invite you into the warm embrace and familiar smells of the Pony Pun of the Week!
The Pony Pun of the Week.
The Pony Pun of the Week.
What is the Pony Pun of the Week?
The Pony Pun of the Week is the famous pony philosopher. Nature. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, his famous work, Thus Whinnied Zarathustra.
And there you have it. The folly of man has come to an end. There is no more.
It's all you can't.
This is the apex.
You can't go further when you've hit rock bottom.
No, you can't.
So, thank you for joining us. If you like to support us, and If we were a good show, we would have pulled up their names by now because we actually have people who support us on Patreon.
Ooh.
I know, we have several supporters on Patreon.
I completely forgot.
Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. It really helps because like server costs and editing costs and
we really appreciate this time of the thing.
I know. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much for your support. Join us on the Discord. If you are listening to the audio version of this, which those of you who only listen to the audio version of this had like 3 episodes come out at the same time because I finally caught us up on that.
Woo!
But check us out on YouTube, and in the description below, whether you are on YouTube or you are listening to us at home, join our Discord. We have a lot of fun there. We do game nights, like literally do game nights and hang out and play games. It's a fun community. You do not have to be a Brony to be in the community. There's lots of fun to have.
It helps.
It does help if you are a Brony. Obviously, I'm one of the few who is not. But it is not a prerequisite. And there will definitely be conversations that should be like, you know what, guys? Peace. I don't have anything to add into this. I'm going to come back later when you're posting spicy memes, which we do from time to time. But please join us there. Check out some of the other content that we have on the channel. Walkabout is a series that you and I really enjoy, like to do. And also, I have some cooking videos that we've put up there. We have a Minecraft world we've been playing in, and we are currently playing through Trine, which was one of our first series of videos that got a couple hundred views.
Yeah, we actually still have one of the episodes up on our channel. I don't know what happened to the others.
And I'm pleased to announce that from the different places, there's like 10 or 15 million views of the frickin' Oreo video.
Oh, yeah.
And it keeps getting memed by other people. Like somebody took real life Oreos and took my audio and recreated the different stacks with real Oreos using my audio. And I went and I was like, if you could just attribute the original, thanks.
Please.
What's funny is we've had a lot of people find
Give me attention. Give me
yes, I know. Yes.
Sweet
Ooh,
attention.
sweet, delicious attention. And we don't get any ad dollars. We don't have ads turned. Like, I don't know how we're going to monetize this. There's no real way to monetize this because we don't believe in ads. We don't want y'all to ever deal with ads.
Here, this is how I can guarantee we will never get monetized.
No, do not. Don't say anything you would regret.
No, I was going to say to the admins at YouTube, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you guys. You don't know how to do shit. You want Jimmy Fallon instead of everyone else. You would gladly have the entirety of YouTube replaced by Jimmy Fallon. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how we never get monetized. So you'll be happy to know we never got it.
So, for Chris, I'm Robert. And on that rant, this has been the Foally of Man. Thank you very much for joining us. We love you. Mwah, mwah. We love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. We'll see you next time. Thank you for being here. Stay breezy.
Stay frosty.